Uh, Paige, I'll count them later, but I 4 3-point plays. Driving to the basket was seemed to really have intent to get to the rim. Can you talk about that a little?
Yeah, just trying to attack their switches, attack the mismatches, get into the paint, draw fouls, and end up finishing. But I think we did a really good job of just attacking the paint, all of us. It created threes for us, but then it also just created more free throws and paint touches. Always do well for us.
Paige, there was a big run to close the game. Just what were some of the things that you liked about that late fourth quarter run?
We just took pride on the defensive end. We made things difficult for them. I thought JJ and Zaz set the tone with the ball pressure, and getting out in passing lanes and making things difficult for the guards. And then that helps post play defense too if you put ball pressure on the ball. So I think it was just a team. All five were on a string. We were playing really connected, and it was really our defense that changed the momentum.
Maddy, you've come back with such confidence since your injury. You're shooting with a lot of confidence and you're playing both ends of the floor. You had that look late for three, missed the first one and got it almost the exact same spot, I think, for the second one. How does kind of the way that you've been playing feed into your willingness to take that shot after missing the previous?
Yeah, I just feel like, my teammates work really hard. We work really hard to get an open shot. So, you practice that every day. I thought it was in a second it left my hand, but luckily JJ got 2 plays later and hit it. So, um, I was happy for her.
For Paige, obviously it's a team game that goes without saying, but when two stars are trading buckets like you and Kelsey were, just can you speak to the competitive drive between you two?
Yeah, I mean, we're actually pretty good friends. And so the best way to show respect and have that mutual competitive fire against each other is to go at each other. And so it's fun competing against the best. She's one of the best guards in the league. And it's fun to go back and forth within a team basketball game.
If I can follow up on that, how fun is it to go against someone you call a friend like that? How fun is it to go head to head in such a competitive game like that?
Very fun.
This could really be for either one of you. How does the home crowd or the home fans impact your team's performance and your energy throughout this game? Maddy?
They're great. I mean, just showing up every single night. I think everyone felt the energy in that gym, especially the last 2 minutes. They're just great. So just to have that behind you and like you feel that, you feed off of that, is just great.
Maddy, Paige kind of touched on it, but JJ and Isaiah came on, filled the game late. That big run for the most part, it was for first, second, third year players on the floor. What does that tell you as you guys look towards the future of what this group can do?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely a bright spot. Obviously, this doesn't feel good today, but you look and, whatever we were down, they were up 16 and came all the way back. But JJ and Zah, they're always ready. So, a lot of kudos to them because that's a tough, position to be in. You never really, know what your team's going to need for you, but those guys are always ready, especially on the defensive end. I thought they really brought it tonight.
Paige, tonight you became the second fastest WNBA player to score 500 points, 100 assists, 100 rebounds. I think all year you've shown that you're ultimate team player, but at what point can you kind of look back and reflect on the year and kind of like about what you've done?
Yeah, it's hard to reflect when you're in the middle of it, because you're just so focused on what every day looks like for you. And that's never, as a team, it's never how many points are you going to score. It's how can we contribute to winning on any given night, whether it's 0 points or 10 points or 20 points, whatever that may be. So for me, it's just all about how can I be the best teammate and how can I be the best leader and how can we all contribute to winning. So that's really, I mean, that doesn't really answer your question, but that's really all the reflection is about.
You led your team with 29 points tonight. Even though the result didn't go your team's way, what positives can you take away from the performance and the way you guys competed?
Yeah, just when we really lock in and take pride on the defensive end, it's really hard to score on us. And I think we did really good things on offense tonight. I mean, we scored 96 points, and we shot pretty well from the field. So there's a lot of positives to take away from it. I think we're gonna look at the film, look at what we can do better defensively, and then honing on things on offense. But yeah.
Okay, we've got a Rob on the Zoom.
Thank you. Rob Johnson from the podium finish. Paige, the Wings showed a lot of fight with you, Maddy and the team, banding together against the Los Angeles Sparks. So with the way you stepped
Rob, are you
up.
there?
Oh, can you hear me? Can you hear me, guys?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, cool. Rob Youngson from the podium finish. Paige, the Wings showed a lot of fight with you, Maddie, and the team banding together against LA. So with the way you stepped up, how do you feel you put your actions behind your words as a leader? And how do you try to carry that forward with your teammates while focusing on your growth as a leader on and off the court?
Yeah, just staying in the possessions, always having something to coach, not getting affected by all the things that we can't control. But I think we really locked in the fourth quarter on what we could control, and that was our defensive effort, the pressure, the intensity at which we played with, the pace at which we played with. So just always staying that together and confident and connected throughout an entire game, because basketball is a game of runs, and at any point it can shift our way. But we forced it to shift our way in the fourth quarter, which is what I think we can take away with us. You go to Jordan.
Hey ladies, Jordan from Television Sports. So I have two quick ones for both Maddie and Paige. First, how are you guys feeling physically? You've both been kind of dealing with injuries throughout the season, and it looked like tonight that you guys looked really great. Didn't feel like you guys were uncomfortable. And then also, even though you guys didn't get the win, it seems like you guys are getting better at executing down the stretch. So just talk about how you can continue that momentum in order to pull out these close wins.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I just feel like we're put in the position to succeed physically. So obviously practice, the trainers, the coaches put you in the position physically to succeed. So just kind of relying on that. And, I think as a team, we're growing and we're growing in the right direction. Obviously, we would like to win every close game that we're in. But I think there's definitely a lot of positives to take away from today.
Thanks, guys. You look good. Thank you.